Hello students, this would be the next class of your IM subject investment management. What I have taught you in my last class is about dividend decision models. Three models. I hope it is clear to all of you dividend decision models. So now we are going to discuss about the earning capitalization model. If you see this, we have discussed this dividend division model, constant growth rate, supernormal growth rate and all. Now we are going to discuss about the earning capitalization model. This is the next method of your third unit. When the earnings of the firm are stable or when there is an expansion, the value of equity share can be determined by capitalization of earnings. So when they are stable, when the earnings are enough, the dividends are enough, are coming to the business, and when there is an expansion, the value of equity share can be determined by the capitalization of earnings. The value of shares, earning per share, can be determined by the capitalization, means the returns that are coming from the earnings, that will be calculated as such. The earnings of the firm will be stable if it's neither retains any earnings nor employs any external financing. So the earnings are said to be stable. Stable means they are not they are normal. If neither retains any earnings, they don't keep any earnings as such, nor employs any external financing, nor they take from the outer side, like from loan from the external parties and all. So in such a situation, the retention rate B is 0. In this situation, the retention rate, the keeping rate of the dividends and all is 0, and the growth rate BR would be 0, because G is equal to BR, growth rate is equal to BR. So further, as there is no retention, dividend G0 will be equal to earnings E0. So the value per share in such a case can be determined by, this is the formula, P0 is equal to E0, 1 minus B by KE minus BR. So we are going to do problem on this as such. So this is the question. The Logan Corporation currently has earnings that are 4 per share. In recent years, earnings have been growing at a rate of 7.5%, and this rate is expected to continue in future. If the Logan Corporation has a retention rate of 40% and a required rate of return of 14%, what is the current value? So using the same formula, we are going to calculate the value earning per share with this formula as such. So we are going to use the formula and calculate the earning per share. So let's write down the question first of all. Let's write down the details. So basically, what's a formula? What we have taken over here is P0 is equal to E1 1 minus B by KE minus G, or KE minus B, or also we can write it down. So G is nothing but the growth rate. Let's write down the entire information that has been given. So the Logan Corporation currently has earnings that are 4 per share. So E1 has been said that E0 has been given as 4 per share as such. So your E0, the current means it will be E0. If it is future, it will be E1. If the current per share, Logan Corporation currently has earnings that are 4 per share. So E0 is 4 rupees per share. Okay. So now in recent years, earnings have been growing at a rate of 7.5%. So G is nothing but your 7.5%. So here, and this rate is expected to continue in future if Logan Corporation has a retention rate of 40% and a required rate of 14%. So retention rate has been said, B is nothing but your retention rate has been said as retention rate has been given as 40%. Now what he is supposed to do is, he has given you the retention rate as so check out the question. The Logan Corporation currently has earnings that are 4 per share. So E is 4. E0 is 4. Currently means E0. In recent years, earnings have been growing at a rate of 7.5%. So G is nothing but your 7.5%. and this rate is expected to continue in future if the Logan Corporation has a retention rate of 40%. That is, if BR, that is your retention rate that has been given, B has been given 40%. So B has been given as 40% as such, and a required return of 14. So K is your 14. K is your 14%. So let's substitute over here and get the answer. And one more thing what I want to tell you is, when he said you E1, it is nothing but E0 into 1 minus G. This is how you need to calculate E1. We need to have E1, earnings of the next period, isn't it? E1 is nothing but current earning expected at the end of the year 1 as such. So E0 into 1 plus G. It is not minus, it is plus G. Okay, so you are going to take it as plus G. So E0 is nothing but 4 into 1 plus G means 1 plus 0.075, 7.5% it is. So 4 into 1.075, so E1 will be nothing but your 4.3 if you multiply this. So now substitute over here 4.3 into 1 minus 40% will come to 0.40 divided by K is nothing but your 0.14, 14% as such, minus G is 0.075, 7.5% it will come like this. So it will come to 39.69. This is how you are supposed to do. I hope it is clear to all of you. It's very simple. He'll give you the information of current the earnings of current year, next year, at the end of the year. Even is nothing but at the end of the first year. So this is how you are supposed to do the problem. Now he asks you to do this. Suppose, let's say, in the same question, if he says you and find its price in 4th year. Let's say if he says find its price in 4th year. So what you're supposed to do for this is similar information. All the information is similar. What he is asking is, what is its price? Current price means we have to find out P0. Now we need to find out. He is asking find the value in the 4th year. He is asking price in the 4th year. So what you are supposed to do is, for P0 we have taken E1, right? For P4 you need to take E5 into 1 minus B divided by K is nothing but your, again, 0.14 minus K minus 5 we are going to write down. K minus G. So E5 is nothing but your, how you are going to find out? Similar to this, the above. E4 into 1 plus G. Sorry, E0 into what you are supposed to do is E0. Here it will be power 1 for first year. For this you need to take 1 plus G power, what we have taken? G, E5, right? So here also power 5. So E0 is 4 into 1 plus 0.075 power 5. That will come to 5.74. Just to calculate 1.075 power 5, you will get some value into 4. If you do, you will get 5.74. Now you need to substitute over here 5.74 into 1 minus B. 1 minus 0.40 divided by K, 0.14 minus G, 0.075. Similar. So what you get over here is 52.98. So this is how you are supposed to do. I hope it is clear. It's very simple as such. The thing is, what he said you in both the situations, the Logon Corporation currently has earnings that are 4 per share. In recent years, earnings have been growing at a rate of 7.5. So G is 7.5, and this growth rate is expected to continue in future as well. So if Logan Corporation has a retention rate of 40% and a required rate of 14%, what is its current value? And find out its price. Similar, find its value in the fourth year is asking. So we need to know P0 and P4. So the formula is E1 into 1 minus B divided by K is minus G. So I'll write over here what all the details are so that E1 is nothing but here earnings at the end of year 1, G is growth rate, B is retention rate, K is your cost of capital or required rate of return, required rate of return, P0 is the current value or price. Okay, so this is how you are supposed to do the problem. I hope it is clear. If he asked you earning capitalization model problem similar to this, you need to use this formula and calculate the thing. Okay, now coming to the next method, it is finite earnings model. There's an this is the next the second problem. XYZ Corporation has current earnings at 4, a current earnings growth rate of 7.5% that is expected to ready in the future, a retention rate of 40, required rate of 14. If XYZ Corporation to do so expect in the future, what will be its price in 4 years? So the information is quite similar over here. What I want to tell you over here is, you do it, you try it, you will get it hopefully. I have written the entire information similar. So I have changed, it is a similar question. So just check out this and you do it from your side. Try it at home. XYZ Corporation earnings means it's E0 has been 5. Growth rate is 8. Retention rate is 40%. K is again 14. He is asking us to calculate P5. So do it. I hope it is clear to all of you earnings capitalization model. Now we are going to move on to the next method. This is another earning capitalization model, finite earnings model as such. Here what is important over here is, rather than using costed earnings model, an investor may prefer using finite earnings model. May you prefer using finite earnings model. This is the formula: E0 into 1 plus G power T D by PO plus E0 into 1 plus G power N P by E. Earning per share it is 1 plus K e power T 1 plus K e power N. So E0 is again your current earnings per share. D by PO is nothing but your dividend payout ratio. What do you mean by this is, suppose you are getting 100 rupees as dividend. So how much you are paying out to your shareholders out of that 100 rupees? Whether you are paying 40% and keeping 60%. Retention means keeping with yourself. Okay. So how much you are retaining with yourself? So out of 100 rupees, how much you are paying? 60 rupees you are paying, 40 rupees. Like in your previous problem, it was like 40 rupees retention rate. Retention माने खुद के पास रख लेना, 100 रुपए में से 40 रुपए रख ले रहे और 60 रुपये बांट दे रहे, तो यहाँ पे भी आपको how much you are paying and how much you are keeping with yourself. So payout ratio means out of 100 rupees how much you are paying. 60% if you are paying. In your previous problem he was paying 60% and he is keeping with himself 40%. That is what it is. Dividend payout ratio means how much you are paying and how much you are keeping with yourself as such. So E0 is nothing but current earning per share. P by is means price earning ratio expected at the end period, and G is nothing but your growth rate. N is again number of years that is expected to be earning. So this is what is the formula. We are going to do a problem on this. Mr. Carl Gruby is trying to determine the value of Franklin Corporation common stock The earnings growth rate over his 6-year holding period is estimated to be 10%, and the dividend payout ratio is 60%. The ending P by ratio is expected to be 20%, and the current earnings per share is 4 rupees. So if the required rate of return of this stock is 15, what should be the price of Franklin stock? So over here, now we are going to write down all the details regarding this question that has been given. Then we are going to do it. Let me do in the another slide as such. So let's write down the question. This is finite earning model. This is the formula as such. So let's write down the details, all the details, then we are going to do the formula problem as such. So he's asking us to calculate the price of Franklin stock. So basically Mr. Carl Gruby is trying to determine the value of a Franklin common stock. The earnings growth rate over his 6-year holding period is estimated to be 10%. So G has been given as G has been given as 10%, and number of years has been given as 6 years. Your earnings, the dividend payout ratio is 60%. So your 1 minus B, or this is also written as D by PO, is been given as 60%. So your G growth rate is 10, and what is the continuation of the question is the ending P by E ratio is expected to 20. So P by E has been as 20 rupees. It's 20, and your what is the continuation is current earning per share is 4 rupees. So E0 is 4 rupees, and the required rate of return is 15. So KE is been given as 15%. So it's like here 0.60, here 0.10, and here 0.15 we need to take and substitute in the problem as such. So over here, if you substitute over here, E0 is 4, 1 plus 0.10 power 1 time is again N. First year, isn't it? Not N. First year it is E0, like how we have done. E0 if you are taking it, the time will be power 1. D by P is nothing but your 60%, 0.60 divided by 1 plus 15%, 0.15 power 1. This is a first year intro. That's an intro. So over here what you are going to take is plus E0 is again 4 into 1 plus 0.10 power n is nothing but 6. P by is been given 20 divided by 1 plus 0.15 power 615. I'm just going to write down it clearly. One 5 power 6. If you calculate this, you are going to get 2.296 plus 74.6. This will come to 76. So your answer is, the current price is 76. There was a sorry guys, there was a slight mistake over here. I have taken directly 1 and 6. Instead you are supposed to take for all the years, for first year, for second year, for third year, for fourth year, for fifth year, and for sixth year as such. As such he has given you and 6 years, so you need to do for all these 6 years as such. So here 1 we have taken this. Now the second is 4 into 1.10 I'm going to write down. 2, 1 plus 0.10, it will be 1.10, isn't it? 0.60 divided by 1.15 power 2 plus 4 into, for all the years you need to do that. Time means first year, second year, third year. In the last year you need to take similar normally and plus principal amount also. So over here earnings 1.10 power 3, 0.60 divided by 1.15 power 3 as such. Plus it's a continuation part, 4 into 1.10 power 4, 0.60 divided by 1.15 power 4 plus 4 into 1.10 power 5, 0.60 divided by 1.15 power 5 plus, now in the last year what you are supposed to do is 4 into, similar, the formula 1. You need to use the second half of the formula now, this part. So 1.10 power 6, 0.60, no, P by E ratio is how much? 20 has given you. So you need to take that 20. So 20 divided by 1 plus 0.15 power 6. So now you need to take all the values. For first year it is 2.29. For second year it is 2.19. What you are supposed to do is you need to square it, then multiply both of them, then divide it 1.15 power 2. So like that you need to do for all of them. So 2.19 for the second year, 2.09 for the third year, plus 2.008 for the fourth year, plus 1.9226 for the next year, for the 6 also you need to take normally, then you need to take P by E as such. So over here, that I missed it. So here you need to take for 6 one also 4 into 1.10 power 6 0.60 divided by 1.15 power 6, because that is the last one is for P by E ratio, so you need to take that one as well. Okay, so over here for the first, second, third, fourth, fifth year, for the sixth year it is 1.84, the last one is 12.44. Okay, so this will come to 73.74. I'm just going to write down for this, for the first year. If you calculate this, this is the answer, this is the P0, that is what the current value. I'm going to just write down this part over here. What is the further part? If you see this, for the first year it is, if you calculate for the first year, it is 2.64 divided by 1.15. For the second year it is 2.904 divided by 1.3225. For the third year it is 3.19 divided by 1.5208. For the fourth year it is 3.51 divided by 1.748. For the fifth year it is 3.865 divided by 2.0102. Sixth year, the last year 141.72, because it's 2011.39. If you substitute this, you get this values, and the answer is P0 is equal to 73.74 as such. So this is what is the finite earnings model. So with this, what I'll do is I'll wind up the class. So I'm done with the earnings capitalization model with this. So this is not very important, the finite earnings model. What is important is earning capitalization model and dividend capitalization model in your third unit. And we are still left out with few topics of your third unit. One second. This is the first semester. So what I'll do is I'll wind up the class, and I'm going to explain you the further part in my next classes. So what is this we have discussed? The earning capitalization model. This is important. So with this I'll wind up the class. See all of you guys. Bye all of you. Take care.